And once again, if you're a Hassan fan, challenge him to do better than this.
Ethan Klein regularly turns off the comments of his video. He cannot stand criticism at all. And so it's just kind of interesting to me because he's like, if you're in Hassan's chat, do this, do that. But at the same time, he's like, hey, if you're in there. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about Ethan Klein. He's been crashing out repetitively for about over a month now. And although I've avoided talking about him, I just kind of want to talk about his latest, most recent crash outs. It's getting a bit ridiculous in my opinion. So let's get into it. Make sure you comment, subscribe, like, do all the things you have to do so you get notifications when I post a video, and let's get into it. So I honestly roll my eyes whenever I see Ethan Klein come on my timeline again because it's always something Islamophobic, but I don't think he's gonna go away anytime soon. He's been going on these tangents on his story. Like, he writes dissertations and I'm just like, bro, if you want to write dissertations, like, go get your master's or something, you know what I mean? Like, whenever I see a story that's this long, I'm not reading all of it. I'm not. In this particular situation, I am, because I'm trying to cover his mental health breakdown. But like, normally I wouldn't read multiple stories with this much text. Like, who has the time? Do you not think I even want this fun episode? Do you think I enjoy this? I do it because it's important to me. My heart and soul are bleeding right now. I don't want to talk about this shit. Piers Morgan interviewed a Nazi to millions of people and all the comments supported the Nazi. This is significant and not normal. I would be a useless coward not to call this out. As a Jewish man, this makes me feel extremely unsafe and uneasy. Away is fun. Use the chapters to break. Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, Dan Bilzerian was on some bullshit, so I'll give him that much. Israeli propaganda is entirely constructed on easily debunked lies, but to fully understand the Zionist narrative from Palestine to Amsterdam, in which Israeli perpetrators claim to be victims, we also must understand that to someone who has only ever known impunity, accountability, it feels like persecution. The stripping away of privilege feels like discrimination. Criticism of their racism feels like racist attack on them. Holding them to the same standard as everyone else is an intolerable denial of superiority. So I do honestly think this is kind of what's going on with Ethan. I think it's a great descriptor because honestly, I do believe that Ethan Klein has a bit of a victim complex because Hassan has been nothing but nice to him, but it just seems like he keeps going on these tirades. And then recently he went on his show and he said Twitch or terrorist, putting up a picture of Hassan and Osama bin Laden. My guy, this is wildly inappropriate and just, this is racist. This is flat out racist. Ethan is a bigot who called Ramallah a terrorist city. Let's just look at this really quick.
You told me once you went on like a mission with them to like a terrorist city.
Yeah.
That was kind of a crazy story.
Yeah, my officers and like the soldiers in that brigade.
Okay, so Hilla is his wife and she was a part of the IDF, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, IOF, IDF, whatever, Israeli Defense Forces. He legitimately called one of her missions a mission to a terrorist city, and what they're referring to is Ramallah, which is a Palestinian city. And it's just like, you're out here crying about this, that, and the third while you're calling a Palestinian city a terrorist city and your own wife was an IDF soldier. This double standard is wild to me.
They would go every night on a raid in Ramallah to arrest terrorists. And so I always saw them preparing for it and leaving, and then I would stay in the base. So one time I wanted to go with them just to experience it.
Why? You just were all of a sudden had an urge to go with them?
I just wanted to see what it's like.
Right.
I wanted to see it.
Okay.
So they took me with them one night, even though they weren't supposed to.
Did they armor your ass up?
You're driving in this like Jeep that's bulletproof.
Right.
So I was in the Jeep, and then as soon as we entered Ramallah, the people in the city started shooting us.
Wow.
And I heard like a bullet hit the Jeep like right next to my head.
Did it like dent? Or just
no,
you
heard just hear it.
It's a gnarly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna call this a crock of shit. I don't believe her. The fact that you're claiming that people in Ramallah had guns and they were firing at you, no. Sorry, maybe it was friendly fire with your personal soldiers, but I'm gonna call crock of shit on that, okay? So he also has this like very personal vendetta against another streamer called Frogan, and Frogan is a Muslim Lebanese woman who started off as Hassan's moderator, progressive progressed to becoming a streamer. Now Ethan Klein's like arch nemesis for some reason. It's completely one-sided, by the way. Like, she tries to stay out of it, but he just continues to, like, I think he monitors her so he can try to ruin her life, you know what I mean? But she tweeted, "This motherfucker never shuts up, oh my god," because he keeps talking about her. He says, "This is Hassan's mod telling me, a Jewish man, to shut the fuck up." You being Jewish has nothing to do with the fact that you are constantly attacking Morgan. You're constantly attacking her, bro. You got her suspended successfully off of Twitch for a month because you're flat out racist towards Middle Eastern people, and now you want to cry about your identity. Like, here's the thing, this is what really pisses me off, and I see this with a lot of people who are marginalized. They say some shit and then they try to hide behind their identity, and then they're just like, "Oh, I'm a Middle Eastern woman, therefore I'm allowed to say that." No, you're not. Just because you're Jewish doesn't mean that you can compare Osama bin Laden and Hassan with each other. And that's what's so annoying. People on his own channel try to tell him, like, "Hey, yo, you're being very problematic," and he just doesn't really, like, it's not computing. He just keeps going on and on these like insane tirades.
Today, my friends, we are gonna play the exciting game here. You at home, play along. We're gonna play, is it Twitch or is it a terrorist? Let's take a look here, guys.
If you still watch Ethan Klein, you're a racist. I hate to say it. And like, when I'm talking about these stories, he just keeps going on these tirades on his stories.
I've learned about Hassan over time is that he doesn't show his full extremist views easily. He kind of lays the ground and then he maneuvers, and here and there he'll prop like something really crazy, but you may miss that, so you kind of think that he's normal.
The thing is, their personal vendetta against Hassan feels so racially coded. Oh my god, here we go, another fucking dissertation. If Hassan cared about anti-Semitism, he would listen to his Jewish friend when he expressed his genuine concern for anti-Semitism festering in his own community. By the way, Hassan has always acknowledged that anti-Semitism is a problem. That's never been an issue with Hassan. Hassan has always acknowledged that. If Hassan cared about anti-Semitism, he would stop purity testing every Jew based on Zionist/anti-Zionist, a term that has lost all meaning. 90% of Jews globally he considers Zionist. That's not true. A term that encapsulates both religious supremacists who believe that they have mandate from God to settle in the West Bank and every secular reform Jew in the world who thinks Israel should continue to exist. I know for a damn fact that 90% of Jews don't. I don't know what percentage of Jews do or don't, but I know that percentage point is wrong. You know what I mean? You're just starting to pull shit out of your ass at this point. But also, he did something that was like really wild. So he went on this tirade. I don't know if you guys know the Arabs podcast. Basically, they're Arabs and Middle Eastern streamers. They're partner streamers. They had a panel at TwitchCon and they ranked every Arab person from like being super Arab to not Arab at all. And like the bottom tier was love Sabra hummus. And that's basically because no Middle Eastern person eats or likes Sabra hummus. First of all, Sabra hummus is created by Pepsi Cola, right? I'm sorry, like, you should be eating hummus from an authentic Middle Eastern restaurant or an authentic Middle Eastern company, not Pepsi Cola. Also, it tastes like cement. Also, they have ties to Israel. So Middle Eastern people genuinely stay away from eating Sabra hummus, and it was just a joke. And he posts this video.
Hello everybody, it's Ethan Klein from my basement. Beautiful Friday evening. My kids just went to sleep. And I opened Reddit to browse my community, who I love so well. And at the top of the subreddit is this very lovely clip entitled, "Just a casual panel provided by Twitch at their con, broadcasted on their official channel." What is it? Well, it's a panel hosted by Frogan and 4 of her friends, in which they have a tier list where they rate people.
So this is obviously a satire game. It's a joke, okay? And mind you, Twitch had pre-approved of this, like this was a part of their plan. This panel happened months before Ethan made this video. Like, this panel is basically old news at this point.
Where good is Arab and bottom is loves Sabra. Sabra is a very popular hummus brand. I know in Israel, it's pretty much in everybody's refrigerator, and it's kosher. They're an American company, but they've been the subject of the pro-Palestine boycott. I mean, it's kind of just Arab good, Jew bad. I mean,
just because Middle Eastern people don't like to eat Sabra does not mean it equals Arab good, Jew equals bad. We don't give a fuck that y'all have Sabra hummus in your refrigerator, okay? So he goes on this tirade. Mind you, for someone who's been doing YouTube for so long, I don't understand why the camera is so zoomed in his face. Like, I don't need to see all of that. But this continues. Like, it doesn't stop here. You would think he would just stop here because he made his point, right? It continues.
I'm having a hard time seeing this any other way. And what's crazy is that I've been suspecting that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem. Obviously, it started with Hassan platforming Houthi terrorists and showing unfettered terrorist propaganda on his channel. But now, they've unbanned Sneeko.
Down with the Yahood! Down with the Yahood!
And they've just unbanned Fresh and Fit this week. These are two of the most prolific Jew-hating creators on the entire internet. And these are the two they've targeted to bring back. Now, taking this all in account, here's an officially sanctioned event at TwitchCon. Let's take a look at it and see what exactly is Twitch endorsing here.
Okay.
It's the perfect transition to our first person, Hassan.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder where they're gonna put Hassan.
So Fresh and Fit and Sneeko are banned off of Twitch. I don't know what he's going off about. Also, Fresh and Fit and Sneeko, they're pretty bad people overall. Once again, in my opinion, victim mindset, but
I'm gonna guess they're gonna put him in Arab.
Hassan is Turkish, but he's a brother.
Yeah.
You know? So...
Yeah, I think he'd be on Arab coded.
I mean, I would put him in Arab, to be honest.
I would put him also in Arab.
Which is great. That's the good one. That's the one you want.
Austin, let's go down the line.
He's Arab.
Arab.
He's Arab.
Arab.
He's
actually
Arab.
Lebanese. Like,
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Austin.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's
Jewish.
where's no boo because you suck. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're Jewish. This man is crashing out hard.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist. That was a joke. That was just a joke in my...
Stand up.
We're very proud of you, Denims, for bringing anti-Semitism right on stage, and you guys are killing it. And may I point out here, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. Do you know that there is an Arab to Jew tier list happening in front of your sponsor? And you guys were so kind to sitting right in front of them. Chevron, Samsung, and Capcom. By the way, a bit of irony. I love that they're boycotting hummus and sitting in front of a Chevron logo. Like, yeah, I wonder which one's doing more damage.
So, first of all, they cannot pick and choose who the sponsors for an event is, right? There's only one TwitchCon once a year. They're partners. They've spent a lot of their lives and a lot of their times becoming partners on Twitch. So, of course, they're going to go to TwitchCon, regardless of who is sponsoring it or who's not, right? So, this, like, whataboutism, like, what about Chevron sponsoring Twitch? Like, yeah, a lot of us talked about it and a lot of us covered it. You know what I mean? It's not like we were all game for it, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, they're the sponsors. All right, fine. Like, it sucks, but we still have to go to this. We still have to go to this event because we are partners and this is a part of our job. But also going beyond that, Arab good, Jew bad. Once again, just because Jewish people like to eat Sabra hummus, like, that's not our fault. We hate Sabra hummus. We will continue to hate Sabra hummus. It's just a thing. Like, I don't know what to tell you. We don't like Sabra hummus. I don't know a single Middle Eastern person that likes Sabra hummus. Like, if that's a threat to you, that sounds like a you problem, not me. Anyway, so he goes on this tirade, right, on his YouTube channel. I'm kind of over this brain rot. I don't want to keep listening to him. And he effectively gets every single person on this panel banned from this video for a whole entire month. And listen, this was particularly evil because, first of all, their goal was not to say Arab good, Jew bad. Sabra hummus is something that we all in the Middle Eastern community use to make fun of each other. It's a very common thing to talk about. But second of all, you just cut off all these people's salaries for a whole entire month. Twitch partners depend on their paycheck from Twitch in order to survive. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's the victimization to repel on other people's lives. Listen, I'm not saying people on this panel haven't said inflammatory things. Like, disclaimer, I'm actually friends with Frogan, the hijabi girl on this panel. And sure, she said some inflammatory things before she got banned. She said that something along the lines that like US veterans deserve PTSD or something like that. And sure, that's inflammatory. It could be seen as offensive to some people, whatever. But that's not why she got banned. She got banned because of this panel. And not only did she get banned, everyone else on this panel got banned. All these people who are very anti-Middle East, very anti-Islam on Twitter were celebrating, and like they were literally celebrating their banning, which was just so foul in my opinion. But this isn't the only thing. He continues to just do shit that's like continuously hurting Middle Eastern and Muslim people.
In this video, I just want to explain why I stopped watching H3 over the past few months. What made me go from a pretty big fan of the show to, I guess, what Ethan would call a fallen fan. So I figured, why not make a video about this to highlight what's been bothering me and why, after all these years, I've decided to stop supporting Ethan.
Why are people mad at me? I want someone please to explain it. Explain why you're mad at me. Go ahead. I'm dying. Please. Tell me why. I'd love to know why. If you are actually articulated why you're mad at me, it wouldn't make any sense. So I'm dying. Please write it. Not even disagreeing, frankly, just trying to have a conversation. So in short, you know, suck my f***ing dick.
So Ethan has been on a crusade against several creators, including his former co-host.
So these creators are the ones from the ban that I was talking about, the Twitch panel ban.
Hassan, and recently he's criticized Hassan specifically for not watching the videos or addressing the points Ethan raised against him.
Hassan, I'm sad to say, did not watch any of it. He didn't watch a single point I made. Instead, he took to saying that I'm crazy.
But about a month ago, I recall Ethan having a meltdown over a video made about him from a smaller creator called North Star Radio. So let's see if Ethan watched it and how he responded to the points made in the video.
This dude, Comrade Casey, okay, he made a video about the end of Leftovers. I haven't watched the whole thing. It's long as fuck, and I generally don't like watching videos like this because it's usually depressing. Bring back the Ethan Klein channel. Bro, are you okay?
I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, clearly not. Like, I feel so of two minds about all this stuff. Because, like, obviously, you know, from a practical standpoint, these people, their level of obsession and harassment is a detriment to our lives. But, like, that's when you see under the mask and you see the person and just, like, there's obviously a lot going on.
I'm out of sympathy.
Yeah, I get it.
Fuck this guy forever.
You don't need to
cactus sideways.
I got you.
As you can see, instead of watching the video, Ethan's first reaction is to go through the creator's Reddit account and show his audience some of his old comments. I hope you are starting to understand my point, but again, here's Ethan a few days ago calling out Hassan.
Now, instead of actually addressing a single point, he stops it before he gets there. I hope it's clear to everybody just how bad faith this is right now.
So I feel like one of the problems with Ethan is that he does a lot of deflecting and he doesn't really take ownership for anything he does. And this has been a problem since the start of this whole kerfuffle. Even when he went on Hassan's stream to talk about and, you know, to give his points, he was crying on Hassan's stream and he was saying like, as a Jewish man, this hurts me, da da da. But he wasn't really acknowledging the fact that what he was saying was very adjacent to Zionism. So I think one of his issues is that he just doesn't really take accountability, and that's a problem. You know what I mean?
It makes me sad that people in his audience let him get away with this types of like hand waving. And once again, if you're a Hassan fan, challenge him to do better than this. This is dishonest. And more than that, I'd like for him to just respond to one of the points I made, just directly.
The do better part of this statement is really important because we recently had a great example of Ethan being challenged by his own chat to do better.
truly disgusting and disappointed.
So he's telling Hassan fans, he's like, hey, do better. Tell Hassan to do better. But also, Ethan Klein regularly turns off the comments of his video. Like, he regularly turns off the comments of his YouTube videos. He cannot stand criticism at all. And so it's just kind of interesting to me because he's like, if you're in Hassan's chat, do this, do that. But at the same time, he's like, hey, if you're in there.
You and the crew, do better. The crew. If you had a dog, y'all wouldn't have thought twice, but it was a cat and you don't care. Shut up, you fucking freak, weirdo, loser.
So following Ethan's logic, how does he react to his own audience when they try to hold him accountable? He often uses two techniques. Here's the first one. Also, here's a clip I found interesting from just a few days before they turned off comments on all their recent videos. It's just too good.
He also started turning off replies. Yeah.
Ooh, that's cringy.
Yeah.
Logan did?
Logan turned off replies,
Oh,
yeah.
you know you lost.
Yep.
When you did that.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
But apparently another problem Ethan has with Hassan is how he sometimes loses it and yells at his chat.
I fucking despise all of you, dude.
And you know, is it really cute the way that he like says crazy shit to his chat? I don't think it's really that cute. I don't know why people let him get away with that.
Now let's see how Ethan responded to the pushback from his chat the day after he made jokes about Aaron Bushnell, who set himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy. And I want to remind you, the people in the live chat are all paying members.
Well, unless I'm misunderstanding, tell me why. I'd love to know why.
What I saw.
Because you made fun of him burning. Okay, dummy. I joke about all this shit every fucking day. And now all of a sudden you gotta get all bitched out? Like, give me a break, dude. You know, suck my fucking dick. Give me a fucking break. Look in the mirror, loser. You're the problem. You are the problem. You are. Fuck you. Fuck you people. So why are you expressing such dumb fucking thoughts in my chat? Go somewhere else. Like, seriously, if you're that sensitive. So give me a fucking break. Who's the problem? Scumbag. Scumbag. So you're a fake fucking fan. Fuck you. Get lost. I'm sick of it.
So, okay, I'm saying this as someone that used to stream like consistently every single day for hours on hours on hours. When you stream for that long and you have a chat that's as crazy as Hassan's, you're bound to yell at your chat sometimes, because sometimes chat gets very, I love you guys so much, but sometimes y'all get annoying as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes y'all will be arguing these points in the chat that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, or sometimes you say something that's like out of pocket, whatever it might be. Right? Like, we love chat, but sometimes we also got to put y'all in line. But also, the difference between like Twitch live streaming and, for example, posting videos on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram is that you get this parasocial relationship with your chatters. So sometimes chatters kind of go out of line because they feel more comfortable than, for example, YouTube or Instagram, where they only see you at a certain capacity. Like, there's kind of a wall there, right? But when you're live streaming, you're seeing that person live, right? Like, there's people that watch Hassan all 8 hours of the day that he's streaming because they're at work, right? And they're just like watching and watching and watching and watching. And it's like, sometimes the mods are annoying, sometimes the chat is annoying. Like, it's just a part of the job, right? And so it's funny how Ethan's criticizing Hassan for going off on his chat, but then he's also going off on his chat, because this is a problem when you live stream for so long, right? Like, when you're live streaming for an extended amount of time, sometimes you have to put your chat in line. Like, I don't know how else to say it. It's a thing. And like, you know what? Listen, if Ethan Klein doesn't like Hassan now, which is very clear that he doesn't, right? Why were you on a podcast with him for so long if you didn't like him? That's what's so confusing to me. Like, for someone that really hates Hassan that much, you're spending a lot of time. You were spending a lot of time doing podcasts with him in X, Y, and Z, right? And it's like, why are you doing all of that? The Hassan Piker double standard. Hassan Piker is a weasel. Brother, at some point, you just gotta move on, my friend. Hassan Piker is a Weasley little liar. I won't let Hassan Piker lie about me to his audience. Twitch has a major problem. That was once again about Hassan. It's just kind of giving a bit like obsessive, to be honest. Crazy clip of Ethan Klein crashing out after a call with Philip DeFranco on stream. He makes Phil and his employees uncomfortable, then asks what he did wrong, and then they say that he ruined it and he killed the vibe and he refuses to take accountability. This sounds like a hostile work environment.
Guys, what happened? Everyone
Killed the mood, bro, with your
We're
antics.
depressed.
How the fuck did I kill the mood?
Bruh.
What the fuck did I do?
You killed the mood.
Why? How?
But with your calling Phil and bringing up all kinds of negative
That was
stuff.
fucking awesome.
It was fine.
How did calling Phil ruin the mood?
You asked, I answered.
I just know
How then?
it'll
You
be-
explain how.
It'll be clipped, and I know it'll be clipped.
Clipped in
Wait,
what
you
way?
guys are
I don't care
serious?
about that.
Clipped in what way?
In just sometimes ironic jokes in out of context.
What did I say that could even be taken out of context?
What can you do? We can't live
I
our
know,
life
I
based
know.
on how clips will be clipped.
I know.
I thought it was a fun call.
Yeah, what the fuck? What's happening? What am I what is this world we're living in? What's happening right now?
They said
Donald
they were
Trump
gonna
is
go on
president,
hike.
and
You
I'm
asked,
so
dude.
upset.
You asked.
But
What
then
happened?
tell me
I'm
how.
so
I told
upset
you.
already.
Tell me how.
I told you.
Tell me how. Because I don't understand how.
Well, I don't have a way to get through to you then.
I wasn't.
I got
I
nothing.
think other people
I got
enjoyed the
nothing
call.
for you.
Come on, you can't call me out like that and not say why. That seems a little crazy.
I think we can just call it the show. Honestly, everybody's just depressed. That's what's happening.
I'm so sad.
I didn't fucking make him lose, okay?
I know.
I voted for her.
Yeah, no, I don't blame
I
you for
know.
that.
Well, it sounds like you're mad or angry at me for some reason that I don't understand. Then you are.
I'm not angry at you. I said you killed the mood.
There's
It's
no
just
shot.
depressed
That
now.
call was awesome.
I didn't feel awesome coming off that call.
Why?
I'm just telling you.
Was that call awesome?
Because it turned into you just complaining about his chat. Everybody, like, they fucking hate you and they're spamming it or whatever.
He brought it up.
He brought
it up.
I'm not telling you that it's your fault. I'm saying that call ruined the mood.
Not my mood.
Nah.
My vibes are immaculate.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. Okay, chat, if someone can find me this clip where he goes off on Phil DeFranco, please let me know because I really want to see the clip. Once again, this feels like a hostile, I don't know, this feels like a hostile work environment. This feels like a hostile work environment to me. Like, I would feel very uncomfortable. And him and Hilla have this like echo chamber thing going on where like he'll say something or do something very problematic and then Hilla will be like, it's okay, baby. Like, it's okay. You did great. I'm here for you. That's my man. I'm gonna stand behind him. You know what I mean? Like, there's absolutely no accountability here from either of them. Chat, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for sending me this clip. I love you guys.
I got a lot of backlash for even answering this call. In which case, I don't know this man.
I am yeah, I don't know if you know this, but I am pro-genocide by the fact of being...
Why you bring in whatever your shit? I feel like I try to go out of my way to not know what's happening with anyone else in this fucking space. And then my team brings me a story, and then I talk about it. I don't have... I've been 2 shows away from quitting the internet for fucking 2 years. I don't want to deal with whatever's going on.
Well, you just co-signed genocide, so...
I don't co-sign any of the motherfuckers that exist on
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you knew this about me, Phil, but I'm Jewish.
I was about to hang up on you, but I can't hang up on you.
Yeah, it's pretty controversial, but apparently I could go into detail. Do you want to? I could go into all the details. It sounds like you want to get into it. It sounds like you want to get into it.
No, thank you. Thank you for answering.
Conversations and just, get my dumb face on your subreddit and the snark Reddit and all that stuff. So I'm gonna hop off.
You know about H3 Snark? Okay, interesting. It goes far and wide.
Man, you know, every now and then I get mentioned.
Oh, really?
Why do they go for you?
What?
Or do they like you?
They didn't like that you the stuff about my weight back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Those people have been around. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about anything. I'm just an innocent bystander. Okay, I gotta go.
So how is Ethan comfortable mocking Philip's weight back in the day? But then when Philip is commenting on Ethan's very public crash out, he calls him and he's like, did you know that I'm Jewish? Fun fact. He just co-signed genocide. Hold on. So you're allowed to mock someone for their weight, but then you call that same person that you mocked their weight of, and you're like, hey, how dare you talk about me? And mind you, this doesn't feel like Philip had any warning or anything like that. So you're just like putting this on live stream, and Hila's over here just like cracking up like, ha 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 ha, this is so funny. Like, that is so uncomfortable. It's harassment, quite frankly. And it's like, yeah, I would hang up on him too if I was in this situation. Like, this is a very uncomfortable situation to be in. And honestly, like, if you're upset with me and you want to talk something out, you do it offline. You don't call me while you're on stream, while all your viewers are watching. Mind you, you mocked his weight too. Like, honestly, there's a word I'm looking for. more entitlement. That's the word I was looking for. I think Ethan and Hila are very entitled people. Here's the thing. When you put yourself in the public light, for example, when you become a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer or Instagram or a TikToker, on whatever skill that you're on, you personally opt to make your life public. Now you can choose how public you want to make that life, but your life becomes public. Any crash out that you have, anything you say on your Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, it's going to be public. Therefore, you give the public consent to make comments about you and say things about you and the way you're crashing out, just like how I'm doing on the stream. But for him, it's like, I'm going to talk all this shit about all these people, but then the minute you say anything about me, I'm calling you and I'm reminding you that I'm Jewish. Sir, that's not how it works. If you're mad at people talking about your crash out, don't make it so public.
You regret answering?
No, I don't regret answering. It was unexpected. It's weird that we ever talked?
Yeah.
Other than like the thing? I don't know.
We must have. When you were, remember when we were sharing our office a long time ago? I think we must have talked on the phone there. Yeah, and Encino, remember? You needed a space?
Oh, you let me shoot there one day. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was more than one day, but okay.
I think it was that. Anyway, uh-oh.
All right, be good.
I'm getting a crazy chat.
Okay, be good. Yeah. All right, bye.
Philly, shout out.
Nothing gets me excited like seeing Philip DeFranco's chat. Call me El Zionist Nazi, free Palestine.
Yeah.
Ethan, you can migrate to Israel. Wait, I thought you didn't want that. Make up your mind.
I thought they wanted people out of Israel.
Yeah, do you want the Jews there or do you want them out? Yeah, so there it is. Pro-Zionist. Crazy.
Well, now AP's called it, so...
He regrets answering that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He was sweating. He was sweating.
He was sweating, but let's hope he remembers the good part.
We're going to see how that...
Yeah, there was a lot of good parts.
Yeah.
There was highs during that.
Like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
Everyone be nice to old Philip.
Phil's a good guy.
Phil did nothing. Phil's innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although he didn't call me a Zionist and tell me to go back to Poland, which might enrage some people. I can't believe you didn't tell that Jew to go back to Poland, Phil.
Yeah.
You guys want to argue about stuff?
What? We're going to bring up? What's the topic?
The war with the socialists?
No.
Huh?
Bro.
No.
No.
Why?
No. No.
Why?
No.
Literally.
It's already a depressing night.
Yeah, well, so then this is the perfect time to do it.
All I'm willing to watch is silly, like brain-numbing stuff right now.
Isn't that not me?
It'll be brain numbing, probably.
Yeah, brain numbing.
Yeah.
But silly.
But not silly.
I could be silly and do it.
No.
I don't.
Hey, guys.
Trump just jumped to 91%.
I mean, this whole needle thing is done.
Hey guys, you want to argue? Said no one ever. Oh my god. Okay, well, wow. Okay, well, in conclusion, Ethan Klein sucks and he's a raging Zionist.